everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Miss Bellissimo, and today we're going to be going over ordinal numbers. So, the last video we went over cardinal numbers, and these are our numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Today we're going to be going over ordinal numbers. Don't worry too much about the name of it. It's just going to be about putting things in place, putting things in order, right? That's where we get the ordinal from. So, what are they? They're just going to be numbers, like I said, you're going to be putting in place. So, first, if we have a little lineup of people, think about this. So I'm going to be going over the numbers. This is the first. It's number 1 in the line. First. Now, I really want you to pay attention to the first 3 numbers because they're going to be very important, and then the rest are going to follow a pattern. But the first 3 are going to be a little bit different. So, first, second, after second, third, then we get into our nice pattern here. So everything after this is going to be having that TH right at the end right there. Fourth, let's take a couple more numbers and we'll go through them. Fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. Okay, so that's all the way up to 10. Okay, so those are the numbers from 1 to 10. Let's take a look at them all together. We're going to discuss the teens and then what goes forward with the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, so on. So first of all, if we take a look at this list together, we have the first 3 that are different. The first, the second, the third. These 3 are different and you're just going to have to memorize how they sound with st, and erd. Then they follow a nice little pattern right here with the TH at the end. Okay, so these are always going to be the same. And that will continue on with the 7th, the 8th, right, with our TH at the end there. You'll notice that pattern. Okay, so that's how that goes for the first 10 numbers. And then those will be continued on in the 20s and the 30s. It'll just depend on what number's at the end. So let's take this number right here, 22. So if we have 22 things in a list, and you wanted to have the 22nd, I said it there, the 22nd thing, it will be 22nd, right? Because we have that ND right there. So 22nd. We're going to follow the rule right here for the number right here. We don't worry about the first number. So let's try this one. If we have 24 things in a line, what would be the 20? What do you think will be at the end of the 4? If you said 24th, you're right? 24th. You'll notice right here, right, the number 4 and then the TH at the end. If we go to this one right here, right, we have that, paying attention to that one, we're paying attention to that one. So we have the 20. What would this one be? If you said the 21st, you would be correct. Okay, so this is kind of what we're paying attention to, just the last number. And this can go all the way into if we had 124 items, so we just did the 24th, right? This would be the same thing. So you would do 100 and 24th. Okay, so that's the good news, that whenever you're in any area of the number scheme, all the way up to 1,000, 1,000,000, all we're paying attention to simply is the last number of the whole number, right? We're paying attention to the 2, to the 4, to the 1, to the 4. We're not paying attention to any of these. Okay, so that makes your life a little bit easier. Now, let's take a look at these crazy numbers right here. Let's just move this over. Okay, so 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We can go on, but let's take a look at the first few. So these ones do not follow. You would think that this would be the 11th. You would be incorrect. This one would be the 11th. right? We had that TH right at the end there, the 12th, right there, right? Excuse my spelling, sometimes I might throw in an extra E. The 13th, okay? So you'll notice that all of the teens, if there's a 1 in front, we're going to end with TH. In the same way, 4th, 5th, 6th, etc. So if you have a 1 in front, this is the only exception. So really pay attention to this. If there's a 1 in front, then there's going to be the TH. So same thing if you have 111, this would be the 111th. Okay, so if there's a 1 right there, that's the only time that you're going to be paying attention and changing it. Otherwise, you have to just memorize the first, second, third, and then the TH for everything else. So let's try a couple of these. So this is, assuming this is the beginning, we have a nice classroom teacher. Okay, what would she be in the lineup? If you said the first, you'd be correct. Okay, and this student right here, this student would be the second. Let's try this one right here. So we have the number 4, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 students. She would be the 4th. Okay, this one right here would be the 7th. Now these little abbreviations that I'm writing, these are how you write them shorthand. This one would be the 3rd. You might see this a lot on dates, right? So 5th and 6th. This simply just means the same thing as saying second. Okay, so again, it's just a little bit of a short form into how you're going to say it. That will take place, we'll see it in a little bit in terms of the month and the days of the month, where we're going to see more of the shorthand, but this is how it's going to look. So now that we've kind of gone through the list, let's see if there is, say there's a student over here. Okay, and this student is in this number. I'll put the number here, so imagine they're really far down the line. And this would be, what space would she be in? If you said 27th, you're correct. All right, now imagine this is a really, really, really long lineup, and let's have a student all the way down here. It snakes around the hallway. Really long lineup, and this student right here is in the position of 193. What would this student be? How would you say that? What ordinal position? Now, if you said 193rd, you would be correct. Now imagine the lineup keeps going down. You have this student right here. They're in position 211. How would we say that as an ordinal number? If you said 211th, you'd be correct. Let's do one more. Imagine this lineup goes really, really long. It's around a city block, around a whole city. It's a very long lineup. And let's do 1,118. It's a very long lineup. So we have 1,118 students all lined up. What would this student be? 1,118th. You getting the hang of this so far? Let's do, no. Okay, that's the end. So let's take a look at these. These are kind of in an order, in a list order. So really just make sure you're paying attention to the first, the second, the third, and if there's anything in the teens, so 11, 12, 13. So make sure you're really paying attention to those. Okay, so let's continue on here. Oh, we already did that. Okay, into the calendar. Now this is where you might be using it a little bit more often because of the date. The date is something that we commonly talk about, and we talk about them in ordinal numbers. So we would never say that it is September 4, 2018. Okay, so you would say, you have to put these in ordinal, September 4th, 2018. Now, when you're writing the date, don't worry too much about putting that, the shorthand, because when you're writing it, it's okay to say and to write September 4, 2018. But this is only when you are actually physically writing it. Okay, so imagine we're writing it. So that is when it is completely okay to write it. You might notice some teachers will add in the ordinal amount or the ordinal number or placement. And that's just some extra information. But on a form, you can write that. But when you're actually saying it, imagine this little speech bubble. Okay, we would never say September 4, 2018. Okay, and again, this only goes for spoken English, but it will sound wrong to a native speaker. You can say September 4th. You can write September 4. If you're really not sure, memorize the different ordinal numbers, and you can always write it, because writing it, you can both write and speak this one. And everyone will understand exactly what you're talking about. Okay, so if you're not sure, again, just use the ordinal number amount, but make sure that you are, in fact, using it. I'm trying to check. Okay, so just to review, again, this one would be September 1st, September 2nd, September 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, because that would fall underneath the tens category, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th. Now imagine we had a 31st in this month. This would be the 31st. Okay, so these are all the different numbers in the month that you can have. Those are the only ones you're going to get up to, obviously, because the month only goes from the 1st to possibly the 31st, but never the 32nd, so don't worry too much about that. So now that we've taken a look at those, let's try some dates. So this will be a mini quiz. See what you can get out of 10. What I'm going to do is give you a date. For example, let's say August, and it'll look like this. Okay, your job is to tell me what the ordinal number is. So if I wrote August 3, 2018, we know that in order to say this, you would have to say August the 3rd. Okay, so just say them out loud and try to keep a bit of a tally of what you get. So let's try these out, shall we? Okay, so October 8th. October 8th. Okay, if you said October 8th, you would be correct. Take a look at the next one. November 20. November 20. November 20th. December 25. This is a big date in North America. It has to do with our Christmas. December 25. December the 25th. December the 25th. January 1. Oh, I forgot to put a space in there. Imagine there's a little space. But January 1, again, another big event in North America. January the 1st. February 2. February 2. If you said February the 2nd, you'd be correct. February the 2nd. March 23. March 23. If you said March the 23rd, you would be correct. April 1. This is another big holiday in North America. It's a day where people play jokes on each other. It's a lot of fun for teachers. April 1, April the 1st, same as January. Okay, so April the 1st. May 24, May 24, May the 24th. June 30, June 30, I believe this is our last one out of 10. June the 30th. Oh, sorry, this one is our last one. July 16. July 16. What would this one be? If you said July the 16th, you would be correct. Okay, so how did you do? What did you get out of 10? Did you do well? Do you need to review? Take a moment, tally up your score. Hopefully you did well. Hopefully you're starting to understand the pattern of these numbers, and you can say the date properly when you're here. And not be too worried about getting the order correct, but really just not looking at the whole number, just the last number, and making sure that you can speak confidently. Did you like this video? If you did, please hit that big thumbs up button. My drawings are great, I know. If you have any topics or anything you would like to know, leave me a note in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to put out new videos every week on different English topics. These range anywhere from ESL topics or English as a second or another language, all the way to if you have any questions about English literature. If you have questions about themes, significance of quotes, if you're not sure how to read a novel, if you have a question about something, ask away. I have taught both English as a second language or English as another language, as well as English literature. So anything that you have out there, all the way from beginner up to advanced, leave it in the comment section below. I'm always happy to get some new video ideas of things you guys want to see. And as always, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!